When you have a parent who has Alzheimer's or dementia, it's the most painful thing to think that somebody could live an entire life and have all of these memories that you shared together. And I hate that she doesn't remember those things. I hate it. My mom has Alzheimer's. It would have been nice to have known the warning signs. She lost her license and then is getting lost on her way home. But in the end, it was just that awareness that she needs more help. She needs more help.
One of the assumptions that's out there on Alzheimer's is that you're losing your mind and you're not going to be as independent as you may have been before. In April of last year, I was diagnosed with early onset Alzheimer's. I've gone through a number of different kinds of tests. It's not until you do something like that that you find out how many different ways you're starting to lose some of this information. I just never know if there's going to become a point where maybe I don't recognize somebody as well as I used to or really understand them.
I have a 13-year-old son named Julian. She doesn't really know her grandchildren at all, and they don't know her. There are questions I want to ask my mom about things that are occurring to me now as a parent, just things that you feel you should have asked your mom before she wasn't able to answer the questions anymore.
I was the care partner for my mom, Linda, who had dementia for 8 years before she passed last March. I cared for her in my home for the last 2.5 years of her life. One of the first phone calls I made was to the Alzheimer's Association's 1-800 hotline, and they were able to provide me with support groups and resources and tools that could really support me on this care partner journey. I just can't say enough about how amazing the Alzheimer's Association is for caregivers and really feeling seen and heard. For me, it was always about how could my mom continue to live her best life, even despite the diagnosis.
I still have too much to do. I have my husband, I have my great big dog, Ike. Ike and I just about every day get out and do our walking. I have the half marathons that I like to do with my friends that I have done this with for years. And I think that's even more important for me to definitely stick with those things that have been part of my normal life.
We still traveled. We went to Disneyland. We had so much fun. Yes, it meant that I needed to adapt the way I approached her. It meant that I needed to have some other tools and strategies in place, but we were truly able to maintain our connection and really enjoy life up until the very end.
I'm in this study on Alzheimer's. There's medication that I'm on that's trial medication, and we're still waiting it out to see ultimately how this turns out. But if they determine that it's actually something that they can put out there in the market for other people to take it, then that would really make me feel great.
When you have a parent who has Alzheimer's or dementia, you think, oh my gosh, am I going to get it? Is this what my future looks like? I want to make sure that I have as many memories as I possibly can, especially of the time that I'm spending with my son and my husband. There are so many people who are affected by this disease. I know there's been a tremendous amount of progress, and I want to be a part of that and really help those who have somebody in their life who's living with Alzheimer's or caregivers who are trying to help those who are living with Alzheimer's. I have such a close relationship with my mom, and it's really hard because, there's not a lot of interaction. It's basically me talking to her about my day or hugging her as hard as I possibly can. I hug her so tight when I'm with her. I want to find a cure for this disease, in her name, if anything.